before COVID, I traveled and I realized that actually, you know what? I could have been in South Africa and stayed and had a gap and lazed around. But that moment is like, no, darling. You're not changing streams. You're not going nowhere. You're staying right here, you know?
Sure.
And I was safeguarded that way.
Welcome to it. It is Girl Let's Talk right here on Feel Good. And today is a very, very special edition. This whole brought to you by Standard Bank, as of course we are counting down to the National Arts Festival. Now, there's been a couple of selections. In fact, 6 winners that Standard Bank said, we pick you, we see you, you are incredible contributors to the art industry. And one of those recipients of the Standard Bank Young Artist Award is here in studio. Her name is Asanda Ruda. Asanda, welcome to Kana 59.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, man, you know, it's actually such an honor because I feel like as much as you've done so much in your career already, there's so much more that this moment and this accolade is going to bring for you. So I feel like I'm at somewhat of a cusp in your journey, right? As a dancer, teacher, choreographer. So talk to me about, you know, your upbringing in Soweto. How does dance now come into this whole entire spectrum?
Oh, wow. Nice to meet you, firstly. Thank you so much for being here. I started dance from primary school, actually, as an extra curriculum. After school.
Which school was this?
Ebafigile Primary School, actually, in Snawane. Yeah, and we did that just for fun, you know, because we bored. And after that, still high school. After, I didn't mind the time for boys. I just go around with Katula, running around after school. Getting paid still when you're high school, making money. I was like, okay, if I'm going to make money, I'm going to keep it anyways. After that, I studied professional dance at Newtown Dance School, moving into dance.
Sure.
And moving into dance, I stayed with them for like about 9 years. And when I was enough, I felt like I had my tools. I moved to a German-based company, Pina Bausch Dance Company in Germany. And I taught extensively for the past 4 or 5 years. And then I decided I wanted to be an independent performer and teacher. So, and then I received the Standard Bank Awards award recognition. I also traveled to Africa, received a choreographer's dance in 2021, and
Wow. Now, do you remember the moment where you realized that this is not just something I like, this is actually my purpose, this is why I'm here on this earth? Do you remember the moment where it clicked for you that, okay, this is not just fun anymore?
Well, I believe in the moment I decided to, actually before COVID, I actually traveled to Senegal. And I joined the German-based company there in Senegal. But then before COVID, I traveled and I realized that actually, you know what? I could have been in South Africa and stayed and had a gap and lazed around. But that moment is like, no, darling. You're not changing streams. You're not going nowhere. You're staying right here, you know?
Sure.
And I was safeguarded that way. And I think also when I won the Choreographer's Award in Burkina Faso, that was a milestone for me. That's when I realized that I'm in serious business. You know, and I put my whole energy and focus and investment to this.
Sure. I do wonder though, you know, when it comes to the arts, specifically with our parents and that generation, they're still very stubborn and somewhat hard-headed regarding the arts industry. What kind of parenting does one need to create an Asanda Ruda? Because there's no way that you can reach the accolade that you've reached going all over the world. You know what I mean? Like without a level of support. You know what I mean? So what did your parents do right to bring you and elevate you to this level?
Well, I think allowing the fights, they did that right. Allowing the fights, actually. Even still today, my mom actually is like, this is just a hobby. This is a hobby. But I can even feel for her. I can see the eyes that she still doesn't believe it, even after the award.
You're still going to do
she still doesn't believe it. But I think the support, I am lucky enough to have 3 sisters who are actually have been my parents throughout. And actually, the first dance class I went to, it was my sister who took me there. So yes, she was like, "No, let's go. You do this. You like it, okay." She supported me all the way, and I think we were actually having a fight with me and my mom that you will forever be a contributor if you're an artist's parents.
Wow.
You will forever. It's something that you're never told, but you'll forever do that. We are needy people, and I think that's the kind of parent that you need, who knows that we are needy people and who will always keep contributing no matter what.
Sure. I was reading an interview of yours, and you said something quite profound. I'm going to quote you. You said, "I believe that it is a dangerous business to be an artist, even more so a performing artist, as we take the blame for a failed nation, a failed culture, and a failed social expression." Unpack that for me.
Absolutely. Oh, yes. I still believe in that, actually. I think that the people that we put in our forefront, especially artists, is the people that define something, that actually say that I know what to do and I believe that we should do this way. And it's very dangerous for us to actually choose a person like that and put them there to say that lead the people, because it's either you lead them astray, and this is why we also have suicides. We also have teenage pregnancy because of the kind of artists and creatives that we believe in, we choose. And it is hard for also as an artist to accept that place that I am a performing artist, especially because you're asking the people to actually question you, your thoughts and what you believe in, and you cannot neglect any or reject any opinion because you open yourself up for that questioning.
It's funny that you should say that, because I mean, we say a lot, especially in our industry, that art reflects reality, and artists also reflect reality, and that's somewhat of a something you take on as part of it. Does that feel burdensome somewhat?
It does. It does sometimes.
Sure.
But actually sometimes, and this is why we fight also with my mom all the time. She's like, when it's about 2 years, you think you know everything. You think you have the answers. You know, because this is why we always want to share our thoughts of how things should be. Because we're creatives. We reflect a greater persona of what creation is, of what we think the origin is, and how things should sit with us emotionally, physical, and extensively. And so if you're going to say that all the time, you're somewhat a know-it-all, and you should actually research, be attentive also in what you say, and be rooted and grounded.
Asanda, you're a dancer. Tell me, what style of dance do you do?
I start training as a contemporary dancer, an Afrofusion dancer. And I did some ballet classes during my time at MIT Dance School in Newtown. But mina, from childhood, bengizigidela indlamu, ngishayela isipantula, street dance, ngidriver. Yes.
Nguwelo. So at least you got some versatility to you.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, that's powerful. You know, I've seen, in terms of just doing my research, you've been able to perform in so many places, Germany, Paris, all over the continent. Is it different performing here in South Africa versus all over the world?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Actually, that's you say this. I watched the show when I came back home. When I came back home a couple of months ago, Soweto Theatre. The audience, I forgot how it was. The audience were participating. When we're in Europe, it's like, civil, quiet.
Silent.
The audience there want to absorb you as they see you. But here, it's like they travel with you. The audience here, like, journey with you throughout your presentation and your offerings.
I do wonder, has your mom come to watch you?
Yes, actually. Yes, but it's been years now since I haven't performed. This will be actually 7 years since I've performed in South Africa.
Oh, wow.
So, yes.
You've been out of commission, girl. I'm not out of office, out of the country. Sorry, guys.
Which is a great honor, actually.
Definitely.
To have to even perform at the National Arts Festival.
Yeah.
I performed there when I was a young person also, with very, very respectable works from Sylvia Glasser, the founder of MID. And so now having to perform in the same stage as an independent Standard Bank young artist is quite an honor.
And I'm pretty sure you've had these moments where you wished you had somebody who said to you, keep going. Yeah. Only a matter of time. Who was that person for you? Or was there even that person?
Oh, yes. I think I've always had my sister say, you cannot give up, you don't have anything else.
Sure.
And for me personally, I did not do well in academics, like normal academics. So I had no choice but to be amazing.
Sure. And this thing.
Yes. So to actually make it happen.
Sure.
So I think that's where my confidence, my focus, my dedication, and my motivation came from. That, yeah, well, everything else doesn't work, this has to work.
Yeah. You know, I think sometimes as people, specifically within the African households, we like to have a particular mold for people, and then when they don't fit that mold, we try to beat the mold in them.
Yeah.
And I think it's a beautiful thing to see the product of not beating something that doesn't fit and saying that, okay, this thing fits. It doesn't look like the mold, but let's see. Let's push her. Let's see. What has that done for you? I think in your confidence, in who you are, in your career, what has that done for you? Just to have someone like your sister being like, girl, I don't understand. Mama don't understand. But girl, I got you. What does that mean?
I think that is a go ahead and a safety zone, because we do. That's why I kept on saying that we need somebody to always continuously contribute.
Yeah.
You know, and also just not in. I believe in my art form also, in terms of my career. I've always had like the older people. I had a privilege actually to be surrounded by older, wiser people, experienced people. So they're the ones who actually kept on saying, no, this is the way. No, keep this way. And that is how I actually became so grounded and focused, I believe, and where I am right now because of those people.
Wow.
You know. Yeah.
I've got a voice note here from Zooks. And no, you take a listen.
Hi, Andy. How come I didn't know that Asanda is from my hood, is Soweto? Well done, Asanda, on the Standard Bank Young Artist. It's very awesome that, you know, unconventional careers and talents are being recognized, and you are inspiring someone's child. You're inspiring someone out there, you know, to continue being unconventional. Well done.
Sure. Well done. Now, I see that in your dancing. I think with everybody's art, you know, there's always a message behind it. It's not just you moving around and it's pretty, beautiful gowns. There's a message around it. And there's a lot of themes that you cover in your dancing. One of them being generational alienation, political defiance, personal emancipation.
Yes.
Unpack these themes, because these are deep.
Yes.
Hey?
Absolutely.
A true artist, eh? Talk to me. What is generational alienation? Alienation, sorry.
Yes. Within that, it's actually being part. I am 93 actually. So in between being a born free and not being a born free.
Yeah.
First things first, we are like, I always say that we are the bridge. We like the in between people,
Absolutely.
the confused people.
Absolutely.
But then the shapers and the actually hand forward, the stepping forward people, you know. So I think generational alienation comes in there, because you are told, no, you don't know, but no, you should know.
Yeah.
No, we don't understand where you stand right now. Let's just digest all of this. Let's put a pause, but you have to actually move forward.
Sure.
You know. And also I like emancipation also in terms of personal. The piece My Solo Kemet Black Lands looks personally directly at the self and how we evolve and how we look at our
Go there, man. Go deeper.
Actually, it's a ritual basically. All the works that I like to produce are rituals, dance rituals. So all of them are motivated by culture more than anything. But in terms of like my evolution and how I've evolved in terms of expression and dance, westernization also, I've been a dancer within the German Pina Bausch company, which it does not do a lot of dance, but they still keep it sacred rituals. But I'm also rooted within the cultural aspect of my roots also in how I create the work. So also it looks at that imbalance and the digest we have mentally and spiritually.
Sure. You know, it's so powerful that you mentioned that, you know, we are somewhat of a in-between generation where there's so much expectation, but then there's also a lot of scrutinizing in terms of the experiences we didn't have.
Yes.
And you're shamed for that. And you're like, but I wasn't born. So what was I supposed to do? Be born? I'm confused. I think it's a powerful thing, and I think sometimes we forget the power of art and what that does in terms of moving the needle forward. What is your intention behind your art, Nje, when you create a piece? What is always the one thing you go to that, okay, in this piece, if anything, this must come through?
If anything, it is healing. It's soulful, spiritual healing. If anything, our work is motivated by our daily rituals. It is a look at the self, always a reflection of the self. We question the self first, and this is why we go back to how artists define the future and how they can kill it or make it, because we forget to the self. It begins with the self, and the self is the soul and the spirit.
Sure.
And how we have been taught to digest all that kind of knowledge of who we are. How do we define ourselves? How do we teach the people that come? How do we teach our women and our men? It's always a ritual, a daily ritual, what we choose.
Wow, powerful. What has dance healed in you?
Yo, everything. It is. It has healed my failures as a young woman, choices. It has healed that. My failures as an academic student. It has healed my my community's failures. It has healed the violence in our people within me. It has healed the what I know, what I've been taught in education. It has healed the way I look at religion. It has expanded and healed how I look at myself always, every day.
Wow.
Say, and judge myself. Yeah, you are wrong. Yes, you are right. It's fine. Let's move on. We're people.
Sure. I do wonder, though, Asanda. I think as a dancer, as an artist, as a performer, I know this for myself. You get so used to being consumed, to be, I don't know how to explain it, but you are consumed as an entity. And a moment like this, where a brand like Standard Bank says, you know what, we see you. What is it like to be finally seen and not just consumed?
Hey, amazing. Actually, that is, wow. It's like a milestone, you know. It's a true honor for me personally. And for me, actually, because most of the people who are Standard Bank awards recipients were my teachers. So they taught me dance. So it's like, now I'm sitting with you, man.
You're one of. Now you're colleagues.
I'm chilling with you, man.
Sure.
But no, like, as a brand, that is absolutely so much respect for me. I mean, as an artist, Obega Shaindlam from Soweto.
Sure.
Like, seriously.
Wow.
I'm being honored up there with everybody else. You understand? And I believe that every artist wants to be financially supported and safe. And if that comes with a recognition of an award, so be it.
Absolutely. And you're so deserving. So deserving.
Yes,
let's talk about the works that you're going to be performing and debuting at the National Arts Festival in Makanda. Tell me about one, Kemet. You spoke about Kemet. And then Al Kamal Al Mutlaq. Am I saying it right?
Al Kamal Wal Kamal. Yes,
okay.
Al Mutlaq.
Go ahead. Tell me about these works.
So Kemet is a solo dance work, Black Lands, which was originally created in South Africa. But a couple of months ago, we taught in Paris, did a residency of the work.
Nice.
It speaks about the self, the reflection of the self. It digests the ego and how we embody the ego, how we question our own ego if we do, and how we digest our psychological and spiritual imbalances. Both works are 30 minutes. The music, the choreography, the costuming, I did myself.
Sure.
And yes, I was fortunate enough to study at a dance school, so I was told with all
that
forms.
skill set.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Al-Kamal, meaning absolute whole and complete, absoluteness and completeness. We are questioning that kind of line bridge of how when and how do we feel ourselves as whole,
Sure.
as complete. Are we absolutely complete? Do we ever get into that sense of digest? And both works are ritual. And the second one, which is Al-Kamal, is a trio work, females. So also we go there in terms of culture. We are all Xhosa women. So we go there with culture. We question religion also. We go there with language. We go there with movements. The other dancers are actually classically trained. So you know,
come with a different user
yeah.
spice. Okay.
Our knees, so there's also that push and pull between the creation process.
Yeah.
But I love it so much. And the artistic director actually is respectable Moketsikwena from Itrora. So he's actually advising and doing our staging and set. And our music is Mr. Brian, beautiful, amazing Brian.
Wow.
And so we'll see you at Makanda from the 30th of June, the 1st and the 2nd of July.
Lovely. Listen, I got a couple of voice notes for you.
Yeah.
First one was Mr. DJ.
Shout out to Standard Bank for keeping this platform alive. They've been at it for years. And kudos to Asanda, man. Damn, she's so good. When she says she grew up in Ngendlamu and she's very good in Ngendlamu, I've seen videos of her and man, she's better than me. I'm a Zulu man and I'm Ngendlamu, but she's way better than me. So shout out to you, lady. As you wear the crown which was once worn by women like Kabotandi Ntuli, you are also on that level. You are so good. Respect.
Well, Andy, I'm listening to this interview and I'm saying, black child, impossible is nothing. And yes, it's nice to hear such stories. And upagamisi flag lam, so where to stand up. I am proud. I am proud to be a Sowetan when I listen to stories like this. Wowza, God is good.
If anything, I think this is the message of today, that you're not black child. Impossible is nothing. And you are the beacon of that. So Asanda, we honor you for this award, for this accolade, and we'll see you in Makanda.
Thank you.
Absolutely.